I'll show you how to set up your Samsung Galaxy S8 and the Gear VR. First thing you want to do is unlock your phone, swipe down the notifications, find the Wi-Fi, connect to your Wi-Fi network. We need internet access to set up our S8 and the Gear VR. Make sure it says connected. Next, we want to dislodge the Samsung plate from the Gear VR by making sure that this button is switched to the right side if you're facing the Samsung Gear VR. If you do that, you can gently lift the plate off the Samsung Gear VR. On the other side, you want to extend this button all the way to the right so that new phones can be placed into the Samsung Gear VR. On the left side is a USB Type-C port that you can plug in your S8 into that port. On the other side, once you push your phone downwards into the Gear VR, the button is treated like a lock that you push downward to place your phone onto the Samsung Gear VR.
To start the setup process, remove your mobile device, unlock it, and install the required apps on it.
After you hear that message, you can unplug your S8 from the Gear VR. You unlock it and you'll see the Samsung Gear VR powered by Oculus message. You can proceed with the steps and you will have to agree to the terms of agreement. This is a Gear VR application. And once you agree to the terms, there will be a Gear VR setup wizard that will download a few applications and services needed for the Gear VR system to work on your S8 device. This might take a while because it's about 140 megabytes. After Gear VR and Oculus applications have installed onto your phone, you may unlock your phone and then you might have a software update. You can skip that software update. You need to change screen resolution. Choose the option to the right. Then you can open the Oculus application, which is now on your phone. You can continue with Facebook, or you can sign into a pre-existing Oculus account. I signed into my Oculus account. I had to create a 4-digit PIN. I could add a payment method, but I just said that I don't have a payment method. And then you have to update now on the Oculus application. So you hit update now. Once this update finishes, then you can connect a Gear VR controller, but we need to unbox our controller. When you buy the S8 Gear VR bundle with the controller, you also get a pair of AAA batteries. So the first thing that we do is uncover the back of the controller, find the AAA batteries, get them out, put them inside the controller, put the covering back on, and then once you put the covering back on, or once you put the batteries on, you will see this blinking light. And then you can turn on Bluetooth on the S8, you say yes, and then with your phone in one hand, you hold the home button for a couple seconds until the light starts blinking. Once the light starts blinking with different colors, you can pair the device by hitting the pair button. And then for this prompt that allows Oculus to access my location, I just allowed it. And then it says paired Gear VR controller. Now you have to update the Gear VR controller. This will be one of the faster download updates, but it will still take a few minutes to complete. So wait until this controller update finishes and then you hit next to calibrate the controller. First thing to do is draw a figure 8. After drawing the figure 8, you will have to set the controller level so you can put the controller upside down on a flat surface. And then once you set the level, you finalize the pairing, it's successfully calibrated, and now you select if you're right-handed or left-handed. I'm right-handed. You will have a couple of options for profile of friends, profile picture, you can skip that, I just skipped. And then privacy settings, you can confirm, find friends, I just skipped that as well. Now for the Gear VR, we want to put in this strap, and this is the long strap that comes with the Gear VR. You put in each side of the strap into the little slots of the Gear VR, and then you will have one strap that has little hook on it. So you want to kind of underhook that little silver metally part on the top of the Gear VR. You want to do an underhook. Then you want to push it in until you kind of hear a pop. So do the underhook, push it in until you hear the pop, and then once you can move the hook freely a little bit, it should be nice and snug. Now with the Gear VR, on the phone side, you want to search for a couple applications. On the library, you want to search for Samsung VR, and you want to install this application. And the second application that I recommend to start with is Samsung Internet, because you need your videos and you need internet. And you hit install on Samsung Internet, and then after these two applications are installed, you will have the Gear VR looking like this, the strap at the top to secure the top of your head, and the strap on the sides. And then these two straps are easily adjustable by the sticky part, and then you just rip it off and then put it back on. Now, how to put the phone S8 onto the Gear VR is that you take your phone, you unlock it. Every time you want to use Gear VR, you go find Samsung Gear VR Oculus application. Once you get the Oculus application open, you go to your library, open an application. Let's say Samsung VR. And then it says to open this application, you need to plug it into your Gear VR. Plug the phone into the USB. It's a USB Type-C port. And then with the other side, snap it in place, because you push down on the other button and it serves as a locking mechanism. And then you can put on the device and use it with your controller. The controller should automatically connect now, since it is calibrated with your Gear VR and phone. And that is how you set up your Gear VR.